All right, welcome to tonight's team call. A few announcements that we have. Transform 20 is going to be launching like so soon, next week, December 4th. Right now, Brigida, our upline, has a sneak peek into what Transform 20 is. So add your people that are old, new customers, and it's just basically a group that informs people of what Transform 20 is. I was noticing that she's not going to be saying like challenge group prices or challenge pack prices or anything. So we're just educating people, letting them know what Transform 20 is, but it will be your responsibility to reach out to those people and say, hey, ready to get back on board with this Transformation 20, which it's going to be an awesome program. Like I'm seeing these results and I'm like, oh, and I've been watching people do the actual workouts and it looks like squats on a stepper. Yeah, the butt's going to love it. So get people excited about it, start posting about it. Also next Wednesday, we're just going to jump on Brigida's team call because she has Shanti jumping on, and that call is going to be next Wednesday. It's still going to be on Wednesday, but it's going to be at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that's 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So most of you will probably be working, but that's okay. You can still jump on to hear the recording later that evening. But he's going to just explain everything about Transform 20. Which will be awesome call. We also have Shanti coming here in January for our Super Saturday, and I am so dang pumped up about that. Yeah, that's like a whole nother story. I'm kind of stressed out about that right now, but it's good. No, you didn't. Did you really? Which one? I just can't. Cannon keeps losing teeth. I'm like, he's like, I lost another tooth. I'm like, no, you did not, because you need teeth to eat. Okay. Also, I want to do a team challenge group for the Transform 20. I always do those challenge groups all together in just a minute. All together because I love like just the vibes and everybody posting. I love everybody's transformations, and so we can run that group together. I will do it on the Challenge Tracker app just because it's easier to run on there. That will be starting in January, just because it won't be actually launching on Beachbody On Demand until January. So I will figure out the exact date, but we will get that up and running, and then you guys can start adding your people. I can actually start creating that tomorrow, and then as people buy their challenge packs, we can get them added into that group. So just let me know if you want to be added into that group. I'll do a post on the team page too about that. And then also, if you are struggling with running your own challenge groups, I have one starting on December 10th. You're more than welcome to throw your people in there. I can add you as a coach. You can add your people into that group. You will just be responsible for them. It goes for 30 days. And I think that is it. But tonight we have Felicia doing our team call, and she is going to be talking about staying hopeful and positive. And I am super excited to hear from her. I know she's starting to get things settled because she's been running around with kids, but I'm excited for her. Felicia is my sister, for those of you that don't know that. It kind of throws you off with her really blonde hair and then my really red hair. And I'm freckled and she's tan. We look nothing alike, but we have a lot of like the same gestures. So anyways, Felicia, you can take it off when you are ready. Are you there, Felicia? There you are. Okay. I'm just going to mute.
Yes? Hang on, let me put myself together here. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so good thing I wrote all this out earlier. Are you ready for this? Yeah, I gotta find my page. Look at this, guys. It's gonna be good. Okay, so I decided to talk on. Hang on a second. Whoa, Texas. Is that better? You're not looking at my forehead?
You're kind of further away, so it's harder to hear you. There you go. Whoa.
Hang on, let me reorganize my whole living room here. I think I'm fine now. Okay, how about that?
Yep, you're good.
Hang on, I'm really blind. Woo! Okay, I might need sunglasses in here. All right, so staying hopeful and positive. So going forward, you oversleep. That's never happened to any of us, right? No, I didn't think so. You get a nail in your tire. That's happened to me before. Wake up and there's a nail in my tire. I'm like, what the heck? You get a parking ticket. It's happened to me before at the college. And I was like, I have a parking pass. You lose your keys. Your car breaks down. None of this has happened to me in the last, I don't know, year or so. Just kidding. All of this has happened to me in the last year or so. Your to-do list is over a mile long and you're tired, you're frustrated, and maybe you're a little bit hangry. I don't know. Maybe you're doing, I try to do intermittent fasting. Not for me. Can't do it. I need food. I need carbs. I need to eat every 2 hours. So I've been there. I think we've all been there. And we all understand that. Now for me, I let my emotions get the best of me, which I shouldn't. You think I would figure this out 4 years in, that to not let my emotions get into this. We are running a business. This is our business and we can't run it off of emotions. We have to run it like a business person. And I felt very frustrated. I felt exhausted and I felt negative. I feel like I went through this phase of changing myself and then I quickly fell back into that negative trap. And so in my mind, I'm like, but I'm a coach. I can't be that way. I need to be positive. I need to be uplifting. I need to be that person that shows that I can do it. But I can still struggle. Like I've been pretty vulnerable lately from posting my first before and after. That was super scary, by the way, 4 years ago. Posting a picture on social media about yourself. And then I've gone from about posting about my mom, which I did yesterday, and it was still scary. Like it's still frightening to me, but I feel like it needed to be done. And that's just kind of how I felt. And I know that vulnerability helps me become relatable and approachable in those two things. But those things happen to us, maybe not that particularly, but things happen to us in general, but they don't define me and I cannot allow them to set me back. Your attitude is what determines your day. Your attitude is what determines your day. And life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. And I really liked that because I was like, oh, I tend to react before my day happens. And then that gets the best of me, and that's 90% of my day. And so these small things in life don't need to stress us out or worry us. Yes, they do, but the alarm can be fixed. The car tire can be fixed. Your parking ticket can get paid. You can find your keys. Like your car breaks down, you can fix it. We have all these amazing conveniences that allow us to go through our day-to-day life and not stress so much. Your to-do list, it'll eventually get to your to-done list. Like you can get it done. You can get more sleep and you can eat more superfoods, and your brain needs those superfoods. So there's things that we can do that we have control over, but there are things that come in our way that we don't have any control of, but we are in control of ourselves. And your life is great. It's amazing. And you just have to allow it to be. You have to allow it to go with the flow and realize that your life really is amazing and that you are truly blessed in that. So most people they go through life and they're like, that person, like, people don't make you angry. You allow the anger to dwell within you. And I really like that. So you allow the anger to dwell within you. Circumstances don't upset you, but you allow yourself to get upset. And yes, I'm talking about myself. And you choose to worry, and you choose to criticize, or you choose to blame, or you choose to complain, blame and complain. But nobody else decides this for you but yourself. Like, you decide to do those things, and we have the option to not do that. Like, we can change that. So you can't be moving up if your thoughts are bringing you down. So you can't be moving up if your thoughts are bringing you down. And I really like that, because we have so many things going and coming at us. Like, we decided to do this business, and we are on social media, and you need to be able to get those blows that are coming at you, or negativity, or people being rude or whatnot. Like, you made the choice to be a coach. Oops. And we have to deal with that consequence, and we have to know how to react to it versus letting it hit us negatively. Negatively, is that a word? Anyway, we have the option to choose how we want to react to that. So, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your way of thinking about it. And this is where I want to talk more into it. So it's redirect your attitude. Get to the point where if things are coming your way, and a lot of this has happened to me lately, where my car broke down and I was just like, if one more thing happens to me, I think I might just laugh. I just might laugh, because I don't even have an emotion anymore. Like, I think I'm just gonna laugh at it. And that's okay. It's okay. So redirect your attitude. Whoa, Texas. Hang on, I hit my foot on my thing. So remember, this life is a gift. We were given this gift, and we can decide what we want to do with it. So don't ruin the contents. This life is a gift. Don't ruin the contents within this gift. You are the gift. Choosing to be positive and thinking provides you with confidence, vibrant health, and true beauty. I really liked that, because we all want more confidence. And how do we get more confidence? We all want vibrant health. How do you get better health? You exercise, like we're already doing. You feel your body. In one of the calls that Chris did, he talked about brain food and good mood food, and get to the point where I would write down what you're eating in a week, or track it, and see how your mood fluctuates throughout that week, and allow yourself to have a cheat day if you're going to do a cheat day, or you can be 100% consistent on that. But write down what food you're eating and see where your mood's at with what you're eating, and then adjust it accordingly. Like, you have that brain power. If you're fueling your brain, you are loading yourself with as much as you possibly can of good food, and food will help you think better, it'll help you feel better, and it'll help your mood. So if you have those three things for your brain foods, like, monitor your thoughts and your emotions with the foods that you're eating. But consciously think about it and say, hey, I kind of ate like poop over Thanksgiving, and it made me feel like poop. So I don't want to feel like that. I want to feel good. So think about those things and how it can help you increase your brain power that way. And happiness comes from your brain. Like, clearly helping your getting to that point of true happiness, you have to have it within your mind, and how you're feeling your body helps you create that energy for that mindset to help you gravitate to more good, positive energy. So take time to think about what your food is doing to you, how it connects to your thoughts, words, and your actions. In those three things, I want you guys to do that and see how you feel throughout the week. We don't know when our last day could be here. We don't know if it's tomorrow or 10 years or 20 or 30 or 40 or 50, but choose to live the fullest each day and live with the attitude that you'd want to be remembered for. I know I think about this kind of a lot lately, and I was like, how do I want to be remembered? Like, people go to my funeral, will they be like, oh, she was so great, or me, she was kind of a jerk. Like, I want to know Like, live to your fullest each day and live with full purpose and full intent. And then remain fixed on the good. Like, go with the good and just stay fixated on that. See your problems, see your setbacks, your trials, and see them as opportunities for growth, a way to really push forward and say, this is how I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to talk about this situation. This is what I was dealt. This is how I overcame it. And this is what I learned from it. So you can use those as your opportunities for growth, or being vulnerable, or sharing that with somebody else, because somebody else is going through the exact same thing. They're just not willing to put it out there. And if you are, then they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I was feeling the exact same way. And it opens up more doors for you to share and to be open with people and to connect with people. This is a really good quote. When you keep your face to the sunshine, you can't see the shadows. I really like that. With it being winter now, it's dark a lot. That's why I'm like, I like my light. It makes me feel like I'm outside in the sun. But when you keep your face to the sunshine, you can't see the shadows that are maybe anchors holding you back, or various things that are pulling you down. So what can you do to help you stay hopeful and positive? The first thing that I would recommend or do, which I love doing, is having a gratitude journal or counting your blessings. And I know with just Thanksgiving, and everybody kind of does a 30 days of thankfulness, make it a goal to write down and do a gratitude journal and write things that you're grateful for. If you have a heart of gratitude, you're not going to look to the negative things. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I am so grateful that I have food. I was listening to a story today, and she was like, I'm so grateful that I have food in my fridge and food in my pantry. And she was excited about that. And that's something that brings her happiness, is having that. What? Go look in your laundry basket. So she talked a lot about being grateful and having that gratitude in your heart and showing it forth. And I think once you realize how many blessings you do have, you don't dwell so much on all those things that are happening around you, or that you have a nail in your tire, or those various things. Like, you just count your blessings. Like, we had a nail in our tire, and I was like, I'm grateful that we had a nail in our tire, because sorry, I was trying to figure out what Caitlin's doing. We had a nail in our tire, but I'm grateful that I saw that nail, because then I was able to go to the tire shop, and I needed 2 new tires, but we were getting ready to go out of town, go camping. And had that nail not been there, I would have not gotten new tires, and we probably would have had a tire blow out. Our car would have rolled, it could have flipped. Like, you just don't know what could have happened. And so I count that as the blessing of, yeah, it sucks that there's a nail in my tire. It was like a big fat screw. But then I got 2 new tires, and I knew we were that much more safer on the road. So count them as your blessings, and see and look for the underlying good. That comes to number 2, is see the good. It bring out the best in people that you're around. Bring out that positivity and that smile, and that you're just bringing the good in in most people. Just bring out that good. And you can't control people or circumstances, but you can control your attitude. You're in control of that. You can think positively, and you can be the light to other people. So see the good and every underlying situation, and bring out the best in yourself and those around you, because then they'll want to be around you more, and your energy will attract more positive energy, and it'll just help you build an amazing goodness within you. Number 3 is view setbacks as stepping stones. So we have a lot of setbacks in life, but don't get frustrated when things don't go your way. That's for me. God knows what he's doing. He has a plan for you. And I don't know who doesn't, I don't know. If you don't believe in God, then maybe just skip over this one. But I do. I know he has a plan for me, and he's placing the right things in your life, and he wants what's best for you. And I know he wants what's best for me. It may not be immediate. It may not be a year from now, but he knows what my intent is, and I feel like he will bless you that way. So when something doesn't go as planned, trust that there's a better option or another step, and you're being moved into the direction that you need to be and believe in that. You need to believe in yourself, believe that you can there's a path for you, and maybe you're just roads going this way a little bit, but it's not going that way where you want to go, but it's just going to take a little swipe left, and he knows, and he's in control, and he will bless you. Number 4 is pray. I didn't want to pray or have any desire to pray, but I know that if you have a prayer in your heart, come here for a minute. Plug into the wall by the piano. My phone's gonna die. Pray for a positive attitude. Pray to recognize your blessings. Pray for others. Pray to see the good, so you can see the good in most people. And pray to have faith. Faith is hard because you can't see it, but it's there, but you can pray for it, and pray to help people. Pray, wake up and say, I remember a couple years ago, I was trying to hit Success Club 10 every single month, and it was May. May for me is always a hard month for some reason. And I was at Success Club 4, and I remember going in my closet and just like bawling my eyes out and praying, and a friend of mine called me right then, and she said, I want to sign up to be a coach. Like, that has always stuck in my head, and I'm like, why can't I have that happen every single month? But I probably could if I just prayed for it and I had that intent in my heart. It could happen, because if you put your intentions out there, it's gonna happen. So that's my thought on prayer. Thank you, buddy. Number 5 is smile. I know sometimes it's hard to smile through the hard times. Show your pearly white teeth. Show them. It's such a simple thing to do, and it's so contagious. I know there for a while it was like, this was my sign of like, I don't know, I just took pictures, and people were like, I love that. But I had a friend of mine who was a very dear friend, and he was like, are you trying to eat me every time you do that? And I was like, no. And so I wrote back and I was like, stay hungry, be hungry. And I don't know if he ever took offense to it, but I was like, that's just like my signature right now, buddy. Like, let me be my signature. But I don't know. And then it's always guys. They're like, maybe you shouldn't do that. He was like, maybe you should practice in the mirror before you take your photos. And I was like, no. Anyway, so just smile. Show the pearly white teeth. If you spend a lot of money on your teeth, show them. And it honestly could make somebody's day. Hang on 2 seconds. I might have to turn you sideways. What does that do? Let's make it funny. Is that okay?
You're sideways, but it works.
Okay, well, I'll figure out a way to charge my phone. I'm almost done. But my phone is dying really fast. I just plugged it in. Like the whole right here. Right here. The whole ride home, I plugged it in. Why is it not working? Hang on. 2 seconds, people. Minor delay here. Okay, it's charging.
There you go. You're good.
See, it's my goal. I need to get a new phone. Okay. My number 6 thing I added myself, well, I added all these things, but was to serve others. And I really liked that because I am reading The High Performance Habit. I just need both my hands to talk. That's why I need my hands. So I'm reading The High Performance Habit right now, and he talks a lot about serving others. And the question that he asked in the book, he said, what will provide the most value to those you serve? Like thinking outside of the box and going the extra mile. I know sometimes we can get burned out from going the extra mile, but what else can you provide to serve your challengers or serve your coaches or serve those people who are on your social media? Like find ways. And I really like that because it goes with our 4 vital behaviors and recognizing our team. And I think we need to do a better job of that. I know I fail to do that a lot and say, hey, shout out, this girl is rocking it, and this girl, blah, blah, blah. Like just being better about serving people, but like shouting them out as well. I really like that. And then, I don't know, if you're not reading personal development, I just want to put a plug in there because I was listening to it, but I wasn't fully reading it. And so I started reading a book a week. It's kind of taken me a while to go through this book because it's really big and I'm not that fast of a reader, but I'm underlining basically the whole book. I don't know if that's possible. I'll show you some of my stuff, but it's like, I don't know, I might as well just highlight the whole page. But I'm going through the book and I'm writing down, and then I'm writing notes, which I really like. If you haven't read, or if you don't like Brenna Burchard, I don't know, you should reconsider, because there's a lot of books that I'm like, it didn't resonate with me at a certain time, but now it just hits something to my core, and I'm like, whoa, this book is golden. And right now this book is golden because it talks about high performance habits and how you can create that, because I know we have this given potential within us, but some of us are afraid to go for it or go that extra mile, and that's myself right now. Is I know I have that potential, and I know that I can do it. I just have to go for it. And so in this book, like, I'm listening to it and I'm reading it, but when I'm writing stuff down, he really struck a chord with me when he was talking about clarity. He said, you're gonna have to wait just a minute. It's gonna be packed. Okay, well, you're gonna have to wait just a minute. I am a single mom right now. That's what I have to do with my kids. Okay, so he asked, and I wrote next to it, I circled and I said, ask, if you could describe your ideal self in the future, the person you were trying to become, how would you describe that self? And I really like that. Like, everything in this book right now, on page 64 to be exact, is phenomenal. Like, I'm gonna go in my journal and I'm going to write it all out, because if you put it out there, you're gonna get it back. Like, once I started reading personal development, I woke up and people were reaching out to me and saying, hey, I want to sign up as a coach. Hey, I want this. Like, hey, I want to do this. And yes, I'm only a Success Club too, but there's still, the conversations are going. But it was like I was opening up the universe to say, hey, like, I'm willing, I'm reading, I'm bringing positivity in my life, like, bring those people to me. But he talks about your vision, and imagine your best self and start acting like that person today. So what would your best self look like, and start acting like it. Like, don't just put it on a vision board, but do your same day-to-day stuff. Like, start acting like it. Like, start acting like you're a millionaire. Start acting like you are a top coach. And he had 3 words that really hit a clarity point for him, because he was in that really bad car accident, and he said his 3 simple and concise words were live, love, and matter. And so every night he would ask himself, did I live fully today? Did I love, and did I matter? And he said he would ask himself every night for 20 years. Like, how cool is that? And if he said, the truth is, I don't always go to bed with a resounding yes to all 3 questions. I have bad days just like everyone else. But the nights that I can say to those questions when I feel clear and on track are the nights I sleep best. The simple practice has given me more clarity than anything else I've done in my life. Today, I still wear a bracelet engraved with these 3 words. It's like, I don't need the bracelet. I don't need to continue to ask the questions, but I do it because it keeps me clear and on track. And I really liked that, because what are your 3 words? And so I want to give you guys an assignment. Are you ready? Hold on here. Hey, Steph. Hey, Erin. Oh, okay. Okay, well, this is your assignment, and I'm going to write a post and I'll follow up with you. But these are your 3 questions. And maybe I'll take a screenshot and put it in there, so then you guys can, so you don't have to write it down. Describe how you've perceived yourself in the following situations over the past several months: with your significant other, at work, with the kids or team, in social situations, or strangers. So, like, how have you perceived yourself in those type of situations? And for me, I was like, well, I'm stagnant, I'm short-tempered, I'm angry, and I have lack of enthusiasm. And I was like, yeah. So I wrote those down in my book. So then number 2, he says, now ask, is that who I really see myself being in the future? And I was like, no, hello. So how would my future self look, feel, and behave differently in those situations? So I wrote laughing, loving, feeling alive, and smiling. See, smile. It's in there. So I wrote those 3 down. And then on top of that, and how would I behave? And it says, I look, smiles, laughing, feel content, happy, behave, giving, and excited about life. And then number 3, like I said, I'll take a screenshot, or maybe I'll type it up for you guys, whatever, we'll see. Number 3, if you could describe yourself in just 3 aspirational words, words that would sum up who you are at your best in the future, what would those words be? I'm trying to be serious. In a minute.
No, you said that just a minute ago.
Yeah, and okay, so what would those words be? And why are those words meaningful to you? And once you find your words, put them in your phone as an alarm label that goes off several times per day. So then you're thinking about it consciously, and then you can ask yourself those questions at night and get in the habit of doing that. So for me, I was like, laughter heals the heart, which it totally does. Love is key, loving yourself first and foremost, and then loving others. And for me, I put alive, feel your heart beating every day, and just feel alive. Like you're just living with full purpose, full intent every single day, and smile, it creates happiness. So I have 4 words. I don't have 3, but I did 4. And mine was laughing, loving, alive, and smile. Because I wrote those down and I was like, oh my gosh, those are my 3 or my 4 words. And so every day I need to ask myself or put in my journal, it's like, did I live fully today? Was I alive? Did I feel alive today? What did I do to feel that way? Did I laugh? Did I love? And did I smile? It's really that simple. And I think I know if you put that in the universe and you say, this is how I'm going to be, this is how I want my future self to be, and you start acting like it, you're going to start feeling that way, and you're going to start to be more happy, and your kids are going to see that. And I feel like on social media, you're going to act more differently, but you're just going to not really act differently, but you're going to act like your future self. And that kind of struck me today as I was listening to a call with a little bit of fear. I was like, well, how do I get my kids to do that? And so I thought about sitting down with them and then asking them these same questions and saying, hey, this is what my goals are. This is how I want to act. Can you help me get there? Instead of doing it all by myself, like having them be like my guideline. So I don't know if you guys are reading personal development, but I would strongly suggest it and put it out there to the universe that you are ready and you are willing to stay hopeful and to be positive, and that's going to come back to you in tenfold. And I'll tell you a quick story. Last week for Sunday, we were coming back, and the kids, we have 5 seats in the back, kind of a U shape. We have 2 buckets and then 3 in the back. And the kids were fighting, and we were like, halfway, we'll change seats. And so I made this diagram off of a Lunchable. I like put the chairs, and I did the bucket was 1, the back seat was 2, middle back row was 3, right back was 4, and then the other bucket was 5. So I did like a U and did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I said, I wrote all their initials on a piece of cardboard that I cannot see, fold them up, put them in this little box, and I shook them up. I should have had the kids pick, but then I was like, wherever I put you, I'm going to start at 1 and go to 5. So the kids who did not care where they were sitting, they got their special seats. So I pulled it out. Number 1, it was Preston. And he was already sitting there, so he was ecstatic. He's like, I don't have to move, and I'm in a captain, so that's awesome. I pull out number 2, and it was Amelia. She was fumingly pissed, like pissed off. And then I pull out number 3 name, it's Caitlin. So my 2 girls who complain the most, who hate where they're sitting, who complain about everything, got the 2, not want to say the worst seats, but the 2 worst seats for them. Like they wanted to be in the captains up front. And they got what they put out into the universe. And I was like, the universe is just bringing back what you're already putting out there. And then Burnley got 3, and then Connor got number 4. So the boys got the bucket seats, were the smallest. Well, Press is not small, but anyway. But I was like, your energy is putting it out there, and you got what you deserve because you're putting it out there. I was like, it was a simple little thing, and they thought I rigged the whole thing. And I was like, how did I rig it? I couldn't even see the names. Anyway.
I don't care where I sat. It's Mia.
See, she's still complaining about it. To this day, she still complains. Anyway, whatever you put into the universe is going to come back to you tenfold. So if you put out to the universe good, positive intentions, they're going to come back to you. So that's all I have right about now. But I was going to say, having the right attitude will fill you with energy and peace. No, and be a light to those around you and redirect your mind. So you're redirecting your mind. And the last thing I want to leave you with is today is your day if you allow it to be. So today can be your day if you allow it to be. So I don't know. I'm fired up. Does anybody have questions?
Hoorah. Okay, I want to go back to Katie just a second.
Exactly. Tell her. She wants to go to a basketball game.
Calm down. Okay. What was your quote that it was basically people don't make you angry, but you allow yourself what?
Katie, just a second.
It was like at the beginning. It was a really good quote.
That was.
People don't make you angry, but you allow yourself.
Hang on. Maybe I should take a picture of this and just send it.
Yeah, you had a lot of good quotes. But
I know. Okay.
I wrote down a lot.
Katie, give me 10 minutes. Are you sure it was in the beginning?
Yeah, it was more like in the beginning. You can just send it to me, picture, whatever.
Oh, people don't make you angry. You allow the anger to dwell within you.
You allow the anger to dwell within you. I think allow is the magic word.
It is, because you're allowing all of that energy to come into your mind. And I don't know. There were so many things that I was like, oh man, this is so good. And I was like, circumstances.
Where'd you get all those from?
My head? Just kidding. I got a lot of this off of a blog, but I shut the blog down, so I don't know if I can find it again.
Oh.
But I can take a picture of it.
No, it was good.
But I liked most of her stuff that she had on there.
Yeah, I loved also when you keep your face to the sunshine, you can't see the shadows. And it's very true. A lot of times we tend to go to the shadows. And it's so funny because I was just thinking, I was like, man, why do all my posts where I'm like sad and like miserable always get the most likes? And I think it's because a lot of people are feeling that exact same way. And they are kind of like, not excited, but they're like, oh, wow, somebody else is feeling this way too, you know? And so I'm going to like that post more than as to see your face going, ah, I just worked out. And people are like, oh, that girl just worked out again. She's always so happy, you know? Like
people are like, you work out every day and you still have to post about it. Like my yesterday got like 19 shares about mom. And it was like 50 something comments, but on Instagram, like insane, like it exploded, which is awesome. But I was like, why can't people do that with my workouts? Like, I'm just that much excited about working out.
I just think a lot of people are just very drawn to a lot of negative stuff in their lives. And so I don't know. It's something to really think about. But one announcement that I forgot to fail to mention at the very beginning was don't forget to sign up for a one-on-one power call with me. The calls are going tomorrow and also on Monday. If those times don't work for anybody, just shoot me a private message and we can set up a time. But I was just trying to like work with a few days during the week because like I want to help you guys get to where you want to be with your goals and, you know, finish the year strong and start the year strong. And just kind of create that plan to help you guys. And if you need like a pump up talk, like I can do that too. It's just going to be like a really, really good 15-minute like power, like let's go. But I want to do these at least once a month just to connect with you guys. But the call was amazing. Thank you so much, Felicia, for doing that. I took a lot of good notes. And also give us those 3 questions. I believe they were at the end. So I have that book. I can go and read it again. I'm like, oh, I need to dig that book out again. It's a good book. Do you guys have any questions for Felicia? Anything you guys want to add? All right. Well, I just took another picture because.
Oh, wait, I wasn't smiling.
Okay, everybody smile. I posted one on Instagram, but Stephanie wasn't on it. Ooh, I'm like Lily. Okay. And I totally cut my head off. Okay, here we go again. I'll get it. Beautiful. What the heck? Okay, I don't know how to take a picture, obviously. Okay. Okay. Anyways, hopefully I got that one. But you guys, like, seriously, it's December. Like, Saturday is December. I don't even know where the heck November went. Like, it seriously flew by, but honestly, November can just, like, be gone because it was a crappy month. And yeah, so but I'm so pumped up for December. I feel like with Transform 20 coming out, so many people are Shaun T fans. Take advantage of it because it's a big, big hit. I just did a post I shared with you guys. You can, kind of copy it, whatever. But I did that post and I got a lot of people wanting to be added into that group. So take advantage of this opportunity to get people added to that group, because you can start off December, helping at least 2 to 5 people, whatever, just with Transform 20 launching with those challenge packs. And I'm so dang excited. So schedule those calls. I know most of you had done that. Next week's calls also with Shaun T, and that's going to be awesome. Anything else you guys want to add? I just want to let you guys know you guys are amazing. I appreciate every single one of you for just getting on this call, for showing up in the team pages, showing up, like helping answer questions, asking questions. But yeah, I am just trying to reach out to as many people as I can, coaches and customers, and just connect with you guys and just see like where you're at, where you're wanting to go. But yeah, I just appreciate you guys. You guys are freaking rock stars. And yeah, let's do this. All right. Have an awesome night and we will chat soon. Bye guys.